If you're sitting in US dollars or other fiat currencies, you're stupid, okay?
Oh, hell no!
If that's all you're doing. I'm not trying to be mean, I'm not trying to be a bully, and I know that probably offended you.
Stop it. Get some help.
I'm saying this for your own good. Let's consider it tough love. It's a conversation that we had to have, but neither of us really wanted to have it, or at least you didn't when I came at you like this. And maybe it is a little hostile, maybe it is a little aggressive, maybe I'm just a little bit upset today. But in all seriousness, the US dollar is fading away. The buying power is fading away. So where do we go? The answer is simple, or simple enough, right? And let me tell you, it ain't foreign currencies. But it is kind of ironic to watch the complacent United States fall from their throne. And I say that as a US citizen that doesn't want my country to crumble exactly. You know, just fall out of power, and now other people are like, hey, let's make a different global currency. US kind of been printing a lot of dollars, and they're kind of douchebags. Anybody else want to make their coin number one? Oh, China, yeah, I know you're pretty powerful. How about you? Or someone else, right? So what do we do, right? The ace play here isn't to flee into another centralized fiat currency, okay? My name is Vosk, you're on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. I love Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies a lot, and I have a bias there, and I'm gonna talk about them in this video, but that's not the only solution. We're gonna break down several routes to try to protect yourself from all this craziness that's going on. And the worst thing you can do is just be sitting here idly doing nothing while all your savings are just obliterated. And yeah, this is your wake-up call. If you look at the last couple of years, you'd be better off sitting in Bitcoin or Ethereum than the US dollar. The buying power is rapidly declining, right? And you know, there's a lot of things that go into this, but it's not all about crypto. So let's kind of kick it off with a different subject, right? Sitting in stocks is gonna be just a much better play. And you can choose these big companies that are most likely probably here to stay, right? You're so much better off sitting in the Apple stock, right, than you are US dollars. And I'm not like a huge Apple fanboy. I don't even own any Apple stock right now, right? I'm just trying to give a big example of $1 billion valuation company here. There are also stocks that provide dividend, right? They earn money. Hopefully you get a piece of the pie, you get a return. And yeah, your USD savings account is pretty high right now because the Fed jacked the rates. One of the many reasons why just all rates are high right now. You want a car loan? Very high, very expensive. You want a home loan mortgage? Guess what? It's more than twice what it was just a year, 2 years ago. That is insane. What a volatile time that we are living in. What do you do? Well, I can tell you, and I'm gonna say this a few times, it's a bit redundant, do not do nothing. That is losing, right? That's like saying, help, help, we're under attack. And you're just like, we'll be all right. And then you die. Then they attack you, they come, they kill you, you're dead, right? Pick up a weapon, make a play, or run away, or I mean, dear God, man, do something. Stocks are a great opportunity here. I'm not here to push any stocks in particular. I want that to be just very clear and apparent. So yes, that's a great route. You could also diversify by buying foreign currencies. Some of these you'll see are awful, ran by corrupt governments. Probably some of the worst plays in the book. But many people historically have fled to the US dollar. Are the tides changing there? Time will tell. But for me, my choice is gonna be cryptocurrency. You take Bitcoin, for example, 21 million coins. That's cool, transparency, on-chain, we can figure out what's going on. There's just a tangible value to that. That's exactly why Bitcoin has, well, reached a massive market cap. But there's a lot of plays, if you're willing to get in with, you know, the deeper water, if you will. A riskier, I can't say bet, because that might sound like financial advice. Other coins, right? Other cryptocurrencies. And so like, let's take Ethereum. Ethereum's been a great investment historically, and it's looking pretty bright, like it has a pretty bright future as well. So why would I be interested in Ethereum as well as Bitcoin, right? So Bitcoin is kind of simple, it's basic, it's functional, and that's cool and that's value. OG, first mover advantage, stuff like that. Ethereum is a platform, it's used, there's so much built on it. The way the blockchain tokenomics work, like the economics of the token, Ethereum is actually operating in a deflationary manner right now as opposed to inflationary, which is what it was historically. Bitcoin is inflating to 21 million and then, well, it's done. Ethereum is actually decreasing in total supply right now due to the way that the code has been adjusted, to put it simply. That's pretty interesting value proposition. Also, you sit on your Bitcoin, you don't get anything. You can now stake Ethereum. You earn interest on it. New coins are minted and they're given to the stakers. But Ethereum is also burned when it's used to a degree. And the amount of use is outweighing the inflation, which is how it ends up being deflationary. I mean, that's pretty interesting, right? So I'm sitting in you look at just like Ethereum from the supply point of view, right? So I'm sitting in a coin and there's gonna be less of them. That's kind of cool. And it actually is popular, has development, has use, like that's cool. I mean, it's like, that makes sense. But why that? Like just kind of as an overarching concept. Well, it's because I can see these metrics on chain. I can see how many Ether there really is, how much Ethereum exists. What's it doing? Where's it going? What is happening on chain? These are all blockchain analytics. We can dig deep and learn everything, which is the exact opposite of any centralized currency like all of the governments have. Ironically, they're trying to push CBDCs down our throat, central bank digital currency. It's like a cryptocurrency, but the worst of it all. Basically, they're gonna know everything, they're gonna control everything, and you're probably not gonna know shit. Yeah, it's going to be one of the most intrusive and controlling powers that they will ever have. Oh, hey Jeff, what's up, man? Oh, we don't like what you did over here. Bang, turn all your money off. That can be done to an extent currently with the way digital banking has evolved, right? They could go to my bank account and be like, hey, we think this guy's a bad guy, we're investigating him. Even though that's happened to many people historically, many of them, surprisingly or unsurprisingly, depending on your point of view, were innocent. They had their complete lives turned upside down, incredible turmoil. They were wrongly abused due to misuse of power. Scary thing. So, let's bring it back here. You look at the CBDC, right? Central bank devil's currency. They have full control, they know everything, probably not gonna share it, and they can start to completely control you with your money. If they fully move to a CBDC, they're going to just get rid of paper currency. I got a lot of problems with fiat, like things like, you know, paper currency, things like the US dollar. I don't mean, sometimes I mean paper literally, and sometimes I just mean figuratively, like paper currency. But if I have a stack of cash right here, they can't turn that stack of cash off. That stack of cash exists, that stack of cash has value, right? And just period. If everything's in a CBDC, bing, they can turn it off, done. And if we fully move away from paper currency, see you later. I hope that I've still got some cryptocurrency, and then wherever I'm going, accepts it. And then I have an alternative form of payment. I have something of tangible value. I have a way to buy these groceries or buy this thing that I want when I may be being attacked on a different financial front. I know this may sound like a bit of a conspiracy, but I mean, this sounds a little simple, but I like to explain things this simply. Like, everything's fine until it's not. Like, you don't need a gun until you do. You don't need control of your money until they're trying to take it away from you, and you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. And you're like, dude, Carlos Matos, is that you? And why did we bring him into this video? Shouldn't we leave him in 2017? How much can I say before I run out of air? Well, I'll let you know it's about happening right now. That's it. That's the gist of what I wanted to say on that subject. To round it out, I want to bring up one other thing. It'll be a few people's favorites, but anyone who's dealt with precious metals will find that they're not quite as awesome as they appear at the surface. It's very easy to buy precious metal. Tons of places, go buy a bunch of gold, buy a bunch of silver. Going and selling it always proves to be a more difficult endeavor than purchasing. Some people argue with that, or argue that you're wrong, especially for the average person dealing in smaller quantities. But precious metals would be a much better hedge than sitting on your fiat currency like the US dollar. I would much rather be sitting on a stack of gold, stack of silver, enter another cool metal like rhodium, which is all the rage these days, as opposed to dollars or euros or whatever. It may even be a great way to diversify everything you've got. Get some gold bars and feel like you're just the coolest guy in the world. get some digital currencies and see full transparency and a borderless system actually in place that has no fees other than a transaction fee. When I go and send my currency to foreign currencies, I get eaten up in fees along the way. That's not the case. If I was sending Bitcoin from here to Bitcoin in South Africa, my fee would be the same as if I was sending Bitcoin from here in America to a different state in America. But hey, cryptocurrencies are just better, but that's exactly why the US government and many other governments are attacking them, because they take power away from them. And what do governments want and need? They want power. If they can't control you, then what are they gonna do when we start rebelling? That's all I got. Hope you enjoyed this video before they come and try to silence me. My name is Vosk. You're on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. I got one simple goal: to keep it real here. As always, I appreciate you all who tune in. I'm gonna close this video out with 10 seconds of tails. Our beautiful pup. We do 10 seconds of tails on every video. That's my beautiful Doge, my Dogecoin, my daughter, the gem of my life. And yeah, I love her. She's fantastic.
When you let me, baby, don't you see I'm shining? 'Cause when